Hi, Kendra. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. My name is Abby. I am going to be hanging out with you today, and I just want to take this time to kind of get to know you. There are a few things that I want to let you know real quick before we start. This is a safe space. I want you to feel comfortable talking to me. You can tell me anything, right? And most of the time, it's going to stay between us with a few exceptions. So if we talk about maybe you're feeling like you're going to hurt yourself or you're going to hurt someone else, or if someone else is hurting you, then that's something that, we're going to have to talk about and we're going to have to report outside of our space. But other than that, everything that you say to me is going to stay between us, okay?
Okay.
So why don't you just tell me a little bit about, what we're doing here and tell me about yourself. I want to know about you.
Well, I'm 16 and I live in Mesa. Um, I heard about you from my foster care worker, Callie, and I mean, she thought this would be beneficial for me, so I was like, might as well give it a try. I have two siblings. I have a brother named Roy and a sister named Madeline. And then I also have my mom who I was living with, and I would often help her out with my siblings and kind of help like with the house and help with making sure everything was okay. My dad had passed away when I was 8 from a car accident. So, as the older sibling, I felt that I had to kind of step it up, but I feel like that probably wasn't enough since we got taken away by, my foster care worker. And yeah, so that's why I'm here today.
Okay. Um, that's big stuff for a kid, you know?
Hmm.
And I think that you said that you feel like you did all you could, but it just wasn't enough.
Yeah.
I know that it's really easy for us to be hard on ourselves. We're harder on ourselves than anyone else is on us. And I think that you have to give yourself some grace and realize that you're still just a kid. And that's, something that we'll talk about more as we get to know each other. But that's a lot of big responsibilities for such a young kid. How has that impacted you outside of your family home?
Um, it has really caused me to I I really don't know how to explain it other than I like cry randomly and I don't know how to stop it, and like I wake up from sleeping and I'm crying, and it just feels like a lot is like piling on. So I don't know how if that makes sense, but
Absolutely.
that's how I feel like I'm dealing with it.
Okay. So, do you have any religious beliefs? Where do you find your hope and your coping at?
I feel that, it might sound weird, but I feel like my dad has always been there with me and I can feel his presence. And, I think that's like the sole thing that finds me peace right now is knowing that I have my dad almost like an invisible guardian angel type thing. So I hope that makes sense, but I hope that also doesn't make me sound crazy.
You definitely do not sound crazy. It makes perfect sense. And I think it's beautiful that you're finding a way to connect with your dad even after he's passed away. And I know that's hard, right? So mixed emotions come with that, and that's normal. But I think it's beautiful that you have those beliefs to rely on. What about hobbies? What do you do to maybe pick you up when you're feeling down or to keep yourself busy? What do you like to do?
I love being outside and going for walks. I often get to go on walks with my foster parents' dog, and I get to go with my stepsister, and it's just so much fun. I mean, or not stepsister, but more foster care sister. I get those terms really mixed up.
That's okay.
Um, I also really have been enjoying my biology class. Studying like for biology and science is really interesting to me. And I think like that's a great escape and ability for me to like connect like facts together, if that makes sense. I don't know. I just really enjoy science.
That's awesome. So what I'm hearing is that you are finding a way to kind of make at least one part of school fun, and you're finding ways to pull it into your everyday life.
Yeah.
That is so incredible. I love to do that whenever I'm in a class, and it helps me kind of remember more, right? Like
Mhm.
that's just how I learn, and everybody learns differently, but it sounds like we kind of learn the same, which I think is pretty cool.
I think so too.
So, you know, asking for help can sometimes be hard, and that's kind of what you're doing here, right? Like you've noticed that this might be beneficial for you, and I think you're really brave for being able to admit that and coming here. So I just want to thank you for being here, but I also want to know what your goals are for, our sessions. What are you wanting long term? How can I make sure that your needs are being met?
Um, I really hope that I won't feel the way I am when just when thinking and about everything that's happened. I feel like it's a lot of weight being put on me. And going through this, I really hope that I'm able to understand how to manage how I'm feeling. And I really just I mean, it sounds weird, but I don't want to be crying all the time. I feel a little silly that that I will wake up crying and I really can't figure it out why. So I guess like my biggest goal is learning how to emotionally handle myself, if that makes sense.
That absolutely makes sense. And it's not weird or crazy that you wake up crying or that you have these moments where you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry, right? Like that is your body's response to all of the things that you've experienced. And sometimes our body responds in ways that we're like, oh, please, I wish you wouldn't do that, right? Like
Hmm.
sometimes we can't control the way that we respond. And, that's definitely something that we can work to achieve. It sounds like you're really wanting to work on coping strategies and really how to navigate your emotions. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, that sounds pretty spot on.
Okay. So if you're comfortable with me, we can go ahead and schedule another session, and I'll check in with you and make sure that your needs are being met, and just know I'm here for you, right? So you don't have those big girl responsibilities in this relationship. You get to just be a kid, and we get to work on how do we move forward in a way that's appropriate for somebody your age, right?
Okay.
And
Yeah.
and I think that will, as we navigate, we're going to go through all of the emotions and all of the things that make us sad, and we're gonna get you to where you need to be.
Okay, thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yes. Do you have any questions for me?
Um, How often am I allowed to like see you and like get a hold and if something's happening, like do I get a hold of you? What do I do there?
Yeah, so I'll definitely share my contact information with you. Typically, we're going to meet once a week, but we can determine your needs as we move forward. And if we need to meet more or we need to meet less, that's something that we will like continue to discuss as we meet.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Well, I look forward to seeing you again. And if you need anything before our next visit, then please do not be afraid to call, okay?
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye bye.